front of me here, so I'm just going to go through them one by one. So I hope you enjoy the video. If you do, feel free to leave a like and leave any suggestions you have in the comments down below. So to begin with, we have my beaten up copy of Twilight by Stephenie Meyer. This book, I believe, was passed down to me from my sisters when they were teenagers. So as you can see, there are some marks on it and it's not in the best condition. So yeah, it's definitely had its use. I have actually read this book in full, and I did quite enjoy it. I love the films, and yeah, I enjoyed reading the book as well. So I finished this, and I haven't yet moved on to the second book. The second book of the series is New Moon, which I also have here. Again, this is by Stephenie Meyer, and the reason I haven't got round to reading this yet is because, to be honest, I only got it quite recently. My partner saw it at a free book collection point and picked it up for me. So yeah, I just haven't got round to it yet, and I have been working my way through the Harry Potter series, so that is the reason why I haven't moved on to it yet. Hopefully at some point this year I can start this book. I am currently on the Deathly Hallows from the Harry Potter series, and about a quarter of the way through, so I'm hoping to finish that soon and then maybe move on to this one. The third book I have to show you, it's still got the price on it. Oh, and it's got another price underneath that. Bear with me. This is Breaking Dawn from the Twilight series by Stephenie Meyer. Again, obviously I haven't got round to reading this yet because I haven't read the other books, and I'm missing Eclipse from my collection. So obviously I need to get that first before I read this, because I like to read them in order. So yeah, got Twilight, I have New Moon, I just need Eclipse, and then I will have the full Twilight series. So yeah, I am looking forward to continuing to read that. The next book I have to show you is kind of a strange one. So this book is called Bittersweet by Kathy Cassidy, and I believe it's from the Chocolate Box Girls series of books. So this is quite an old book, and the reason why I have it is because I actually got it signed by the author, and I just haven't got rid of it. And yeah, so the author came to my school when I was in secondary school, and yeah, did a book signing. Obviously it was really, exciting. So yeah, that's why I have this book. I did actually read it years ago, but she signed some paper there. So she didn't actually, oh yeah, she did sign the book, sorry, for Lauren. So that's the reason why I kept this book. I can't remember what it was like because it's been so long since I read it. But yeah, so that's the story behind this book, and I also have a cute little goes inside it as well. Moving on to the next book in my book collection, I have Reasons to Stay Alive by Matt Haig. I think I've read a small portion of this book. Yes, I did fold down the page, which I try not to do now because I don't want to ruin the books. But yeah, so I've read a few pages of this. I saw that it had quite good reviews, and yeah, I just thought it might be a good read. So hopefully it's one that I do carry on reading. The problem is that I really enjoy reading, I just hadn't found a good way to kind of read, basically. So I was reading, at one point I was reading like 2 or 3 books, big books at the same time, and it just wasn't working, and it was, you know, quite stressful trying to keep up with it, and I felt like I had this like need, like once I'd started it I needed to finish it, so it was quite stressful and it kind of put me off reading for a little bit. I feel like now I'm a bit better. So as I said, I'm on the last Harry Potter book and I got through that series quite well. But yeah, so in my previous book collection video, you'll see that I start and don't finish a lot of books, and that's because of that reason of just starting loads at once and I kind of overwhelm myself. So yeah, that's just the problem, but hopefully we'll get around it at some point. The next book in my collection is Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone by J.K. Rowling, and this is a book from one of my favourite series. So if you're a returning viewer on the channel, you'll probably have guessed that I am a big Harry Potter fan. I've grown up with it. I watch the films. I mean, I've watched the films more, like I can't even give you a number because I've watched them so many times. Yeah, I grew up with it, and my sisters and my mom used to watch it, so it's just something that I love so much, and it just makes me so happy. And it's only the last couple of years that I started to read the books. So these were given to me by my partner's brother, so they were his old books, and then my partner said that I could have them, so that's how I've ended up with them. And yeah, I've really enjoyed reading them so far. I did enjoy the Philosopher's Stone. It was quite daunting when I saw like how big the books get after like the 3rd one, because the first 2 and the 3rd one, to be honest, are quite short compared to the last 4, sorry. So, sorry, yeah, last 3. Yeah, it was quite daunting, to be fair, when I saw how thick the last 3 books were compared to the first 3, but I've actually really enjoyed reading them, so yeah. So it's been a while since I've read this one, but I really enjoyed it. Oops. The second book I have. So the next book I have to show you is, you guessed it, the second Harry Potter book. So this is Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets, again by J.K. Rowling. So this is the second book in the series. So I'll read the blurb for you to mix it up a little bit. Harry Potter is a wizard. He is in his 2nd year at Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Wizardry. Little does he know that this year will be just as eventful as the last. So anyone that's watched the films or has read the books, or even just knows about Harry Potter, knows that it is definitely eventful, and every film film is pretty eventful. Moving on to the next book. So this is Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban, again by J.K. Rowling, and this is the third book in the series. So let's read about this book. Harry Potter is a wizard, along with Ron and Hermione, his best friend. Harry is in his third year at Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Wizardry. Who knows what will happen this year? Read on to find out and immerse yourself in the magical world of Hogwarts. The next book is Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix by J.K. Rowling. Harry Potter is due to start his 5th year at Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Wizardry. He is desperate to get back to the school. He is desperate to get back to school and find out why his friends Ron and Hermione have been so secretive all summer. However, what Harry is about to discover in his new year at Hogwarts will turn his world upside down. This is a gripping and electrifying new novel full of suspense, secrets, and of course magic from the incomparable J.K. Rowling. And I've just realised I am actually missing a book, which I think is still on the shelf, but I do also have The Goblet of Fire as well, which I've also read. But yeah, I'm sorry, I just realised that I'm missing that from my stack of books here today. Next we have Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince by J.K. Rowling. It is the middle of the summer, but there is an unseasonal mist pressing against the window panes. Harry Potter is waiting nervously in his bedroom at the Dursleys' house in Privet Drive for a visit from Professor Dumbledore himself. One of the last times he saw the headmaster was in a fierce one-to-one duel with Lord Voldemort, and Harry can't quite believe that Professor Dumbledore will actually appear at the Dursleys of all places. Why is the Professor coming to visit him now? What is it that cannot wait until Harry returns to Hogwarts in a few weeks' time? Harry's 6th year at Hogwarts has already got off to an unusual start, as the worlds of Muggle and magic start to intertwine. And finally, the last book that I have to show you is Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows by J.K. Rowling. And this is the book that I am currently reading. As you can see from where my bookmark is, I'm about a quarter of the way through. And yeah, so I'm currently reading this book and I'm really enjoying it. I'm not reading it as much as I would like to be at the moment, just because I feel quite preoccupied with other things, but yeah, I do love when I can just sit down and read a few chapters. It does make me so happy. I'll just read you the blurb of this one before we end the video. Harry is waiting in Privet Drive. The Order of the Phoenix is coming to escort him safely away without Voldemort and his supporters knowing, if they can. But what will Harry do then? How can he fulfill the momentous and seemingly impossible task that Professor Dumbledore has left him? Dun, dun, dun. But I definitely recommend this series, and if you haven't watched the films yet, I definitely recommend them. As I said, I've grown up with them and I adore them so much. So yeah, that concludes our video for today. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Again, if you have any suggestions, feel free to leave them down in the comments,